All right, people. Good morning. Good morning. My name is TK. Nice to meet you guys. Takora, TK Boy, and I am the owner of Total Quality Babysitting Service and Events. And what we like to do is we like to have events throughout North Carolina as well as Virginia, and we like to make sure that we're bridging the gap with resources with our families. We like to make sure that they're getting as much information as they could possibly get from other small businesses in the area that are going to help them and their family succeed. So today is our Dads Matter 2 series. This is where we're exploring the beauty of fatherhood and resources for fathers on their journey. So we have four wonderful speakers today. We have Mr. Dominique Mack. We have Mr. Arsante Malone of Village of Wisdom and Black Genius. We also have Mr. James Hogue of Dad's Doula and Families Assisting Mothers, as well as we have Dr. Paul Mayhew, which is a former commissioner for Michigan, as well as he is the author of Another Brother in the Struggle. You will hear all from them today. We're excited to have you, and pretty much let's get started. So, Mr. Dominique Mack is going to be our first person today. I also want to let you guys know that each of you will also be able to get our virtual guide, which has all resources in it, whether it's regarding mental health, because yay, it is also Men's Mental Health Month. We also want to make sure that we are encouraging other businesses as well. We also have some really cool fatherhood things going on as well in our resource guide, which you will see as well. So without further ado, again, this is a thank you to you guys. If you would like to see more of our resource guide, you can also onto your screen. You will get it in an email as well. You can also chat, and you can also send your email to our chat, and we'll send it to you as well. It also includes a free 1 hour babysitting voucher. And again, about us, again, I am TK, who is the owner of Total Koality. We are a child care provider. We are in the 919 area, which means we are in North Carolina. We service Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Durham, Morrisville, Cary, the basically 919 Triangle area, RTP, as well as in Virginia in the Hampton Roads area. You can always follow us. We are on Instagram. We are on Pinterest, as well as you'll see some more. We also have a YouTube page, so this video will be uploaded onto our YouTube page as well. We also want to highlight the National Fatherhood Summit, which will be occurring later this year in August of 2024. You can also register. We also have other information here through our resource guide. Happy Father's Day to you guys. I hope you guys had a great Father's Day. We decided to do a yoga wellness event with Marlon of Being Peaceful Health and Wellness Services. Now, today during the event, you will learn a lot about bonding, about navigating challenges, accessing support and resources. This is the first and probably the last time you guys will see my face on here today. We want to make sure that we're focusing on our wonderful fathers and speakers today. We want to make sure that we're exploring the emotional journey of becoming a father, including the initial excitement, like the fears and the joys and all that encompasses being a dad. We want to discuss the importance of bonding with your children, highlighting personal anecdotes and stories from our fathers about their unique bonding experiences. We are also going to talk about navigating challenges, such as fathers who are trying to figure out the work-life balance, financial responsibilities, dealing with societal expectations. This is a really big deal, right? We are in the time of social media. There are a lot of times where we're hearing the woman versus man or man and woman debate, right? So we want to make sure we're discussing that, because that can definitely take a toll on our mental health, especially when it comes to social media, right? We also want to provide practical advice and strategies for overcoming these challenges while maintaining a strong connection with your children. And we got Q&A with our experts for insights and tips and accessing support and resources. We, again, through our guide, as well as through our wonderful speakers, they will be discussing with you things that they have used, challenges they have faced, as well as offering their support and their services. You will be able to follow them on Instagram later. You will be able to be able to talk to them. You will be able to connect with them as well as their services and see what they have to offer so that you can be the best dad that you can be. We also are featuring our success stories to improve your skills and overall well-being, as well as providing links and other information and other services that support and specialize with fathers and fatherhood. Now, without further ado, you guys, we will be hearing from Mr. Dominique Mack. If you are not familiar with Mr. Mack, let's see. Oh, no, not that, not yet. With Mr. Dominique Mack. He is a dedicated artist as well as a father whose everyday choices have recently captured viral attention. Like many dads, Dominique faces life-changing and challenging decisions, navigating the complexities of the hustle of life and parenthood with resilience and love. Join him as he opens up about his past. He shares his present journey and reveals how he's shaping a brighter future for himself and his family. We will find inspiration in Dominique's story and see a reflection of his experiences. And you may be able to connect with him as well. So if you guys are not familiar, here you can see a picture of Mr. Dominique Mack. He recently went viral because he revealed that in a Facebook post, he said, I gave up the trap life because I'm gonna be 30 and I'd be damned if I missed 5 to 10 years of my life and calling my little girl from a jail phone. The money was great, but it's a million ways to make a dollar. Amen. So say hello to your new general manager in training. All right. So he decided to put that life behind him. He changed his priorities, right? He decided to put his family first. So we're going to reveal what that's been like for him, as well as I wanted to make sure I put the Nipsey Hustle quote up there because that's very true. It sounds simple telling people to work hard and never quit, but to really execute and demonstrate these principles takes discipline and faith. So while we are waiting, of course, why not? We're going to go with our wonderful music choice while we wait. So you guys, we will also have breaks from time to time. Got someone, oh, we also have a wonderful playlist too. I thought that was I like to bond with people through music. As well as I am a music buff. I like listening to music. I am a hip hop and R&B head, and a 90s kid. So I like to bond with people through music as well. So thank you guys for taking the time to listen to me for that moment. And without further ado, we'll be hearing from him shortly. All right. Thank you.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
You
All
too. Can you see me?
right. All right. You see, I had your theme music playing, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right. Well, it's good to have you. I've already pretty much introduced you. Now, I've introduced you myself, but it is time for you to introduce yourself and pretty much explaining to us who you are, what your journey has been, and why you went viral. And then we'll just
Okay.
go from there and chat.
Okay. How everybody doing? I'm Dominique Mack. I got a decent story. So I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, and I've been, just trying for a real long time. So the reason why I went viral is because I made a decision to leave the streets and, you know, really focus on trying to walk the straight and narrow line so I can be here for my daughter at the end of the day because I had one mindset at first, a trap mindset, which that's why they call it trap anyway,
Right,
is
right.
my mindset was more so like, okay, if anything bad happened, if I be behind bars, at least my daughter know that, you know, I tried my hardest. I did everything that I could to go get some money for her. You get what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
at a certain age, something clicked for me, and I played that back in my head, and I was like, you know what, that sounds stupid, and it sounds selfish,
Mm-hmm.
and for the simple fact that, yeah, she could say, oh, my daddy was doing this and that, trying to make sure that he can get some money to make ends meet, but at the end of the day, there's other options, and me just playing that back in my head, and it just didn't sound right after so long, so. That was one of my things that just helped me make my decision to leave the streets alone and pretty much just dedicate my time and my energy to making sure that I can go and get a dollar the right way so I can still be here to talk to her, to see her. You know what I mean? Because I hate for her to have to come see me behind bars because I was being selfish at the end of the day. There's other ways, there's a million ways to make money. So,
Yes,
and
yes. And I love that you said that, that's my favorite part about your story is the fact that not only, as we get older, we all
mhm,
have those moments where, the mindset starts changing, right? You start being a little
right,
bit more introspective. And it's a beautiful thing, not everybody, especially a lot of men aren't able to have that introspection. They're not able to have that change in mindset sometimes, like you said, because it's the trap, right?
exactly,
You're in the environment where like they say, what crabs in a bucket. You have other
exactly,
people who have the same mindset as you, and sometimes you got to get by yourself in order to think a little bit differently and to basically go past what you're thinking and actually make that action, right? So a
exactly.
lot of times, it just stays stuck as an idea. It doesn't
Uh-huh.
go further, and I'm very proud of you, and I think we all are, as well as you are inspirational to us all, because you decided to take, you not only did you become introspective about it, you reflected
Mhm.
and realized, what, this does seem a little selfish, but you decided to put your child first, and that's what matters. That's what's part of being a father, right?
Exactly, exactly. Most definitely. And the transition was hard. I'm not gonna lie. Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it was hard. For the simple fact that I wanted to change,
Mm-hmm.
the change happened real easy for me. And transitioning from that, actually, making good money from it and trying to go the right direction. For some people can be very hard, but for some reason I just didn't have the urge to turn back. Like
Right.
even at a hard time or like, my money was low, my money was real tight. I had to go in my change jar to,
Mm-hmm.
put something together so I can get over to the next day or to the next check. I just never, I didn't have that inspiration to turn around and be like, you know what? I know I can go make some money real quick this way. I just kept my head focused. I stayed looking forward and, you know, I guess that was just really like a mental change for me and it happened. So that was a
Beautiful.
great.
I mean, that's beautiful though, and I'm very glad to hear that. Now, I want to know, what are some of the most rewarding aspects of fatherhood that you've experienced, especially since you decided to change?
Man, just time really, you know, because dealing with the street life, it's a lot of time that's taken away from, your peers and your family and stuff like that because you have to move a different type of way. So, that kind of helped. That gave me more time to, sit with her, talk with her, get to know her, learn her from top to bottom, and it just, I'm glad that I made that decision because now I do feel like I'm more connected to my daughter, which was always good. She was a daddy's girl, but at the end of the day, I feel like I can play more of a part. I can actually be there. Going to the movies and taking it to the park, just quality time, really, because yeah, money makes a difference, but at the end of the day, it's all about time. It's all about the relationship you can build between you and your child. Like that's the most important thing because at the end of the day, everything starts in the mind and it's a mental battle that people have and that they live with, dealing with problems and issues and for the simple fact that you can be there to be the parent to kind of steer them in the right direction and give them, all they need emotionally.
Mhm.
That was the most important thing, and like that was the biggest thing to me about the parenthood part. Because at the beginning it was kind of a rough situation, which a lot of people's situations are like that pertaining to who they decide to have children with. It's
Mhm.
not so easy all the time. Communication gets a little rough. Y'all don't see eye to eye. And one thing I can commend my baby's mom for is actually not caring about anything but time, regardless of the fact that we got issues going on. My
Mhm.
daughter has nothing to do with that, and she pressed that. So, for her to be able to, even through my times where I've had attitude problems or I may have been the issue, she kind of looked over that and just really tried her best to let me be a father. And the fact that I accept that and I have been a father and I have been striving to be a better father is just, it's just real heartwarming.
It is. And kudos and applaud to y'all, okay? Because it can be hard, okay, trying to make it work. And
Yeah.
now you also talked about with mental health as well. Like as we know, it is Men's Mental Health Month. So for you, I would like to know what resources or support networks have been valuable to you as a father. And what would you recommend to others, as well as discussing like what has been helpful for you and your mental health journey as a father?
It's really about opening up. Men have a problem with opening up and being honest because a lot of men don't like to tap into that emotional side for the simple fact that they got bottled up emotions from what we don't know. People have different walks of life and it's hard. Definitely being a man and not really having so much support and people just looking for you to be the it guy, to make stuff happen. That's a lot of pressure. So I would just say really just talking about it, being open. If you have sisters or friends or anything like that, like that's the best part. Well, that's the most helpful part to my mental health success, which is just being more open because I've always been a bottled up person, never really been emotional at all. And, to open up and, to let some pain out and have somebody to hear me instead of just listening to me just to react. They actually hear me and just soak it in. That kind of just helps a whole lot with my, crises that I came into when it came to mental health, being a man. So it's really just about opening up, just being open, like be willing to talk, be willing to let it off and let it go so you can move forward.
Yes, amen to that. Amen to that. I mean, yeah, and it can definitely be hard, and we applaud you for being able to be open about that as well. Because again, it's about being vulnerable, and here you are being vulnerable with us, being transparent, and you also had to be vulnerable and transparent with yourself as well. You
Shit.
also mentioned how you are a girl dad. So, like, what
Yeah.
what info or like tips can you tell other dads about being a girl dad, as well as share your experience about being a girl dad. I know you said you got to really get to know her. I mean, like
Yeah, yeah.
what share with us
Uh,
what that was like and how that's been so far.
being a girl dad, it changed a lot about the way I handle situations. A lot of stuff that I do, because all men have that phase where they kind of just do what they want, mess with who they want to. You get what I'm saying? And there's no boundaries to that. So they kind of just helped me understand women, honestly, because you could see it coming from, sprouting from a child. Because see, I was raised by women.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a lot of men around. So I seen it all the time. But to actually have my own little girl and want her to go a certain direction and don't want her to get into certain things, I had to realize there's certain things that I don't need to do either because
Mm-hmm.
she'll think that's okay if
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it. So it's a lot of stuff that I had to cut out as a father. It's interesting. It's really interesting because just knowing the differences, because I've raised nephews and everything like that, and I know how guys roll. I know how boys. It's super easy. I would say, from my perspective, from man to man. But dealing with a girl, that's a little different. You have to consider emotions a lot of times because men are really hard a lot of times. So you just had to change a lot. Like I had to change how hard I was going about certain things because I had to respect the emotional side because women are very emotional. Like times where, I've had to get on to her and she get into one of those little feelings, it just kind of hurt me a little bit. I'm like, dang, feel kind of bad. Like, come on, babe, I'm
Right.
sorry. It's kind of like dealing with a woman at the end of the day. But it's your woman, it's your daughter. It's some, you raising her to be a great woman and helping her understand from the man side of things and it's different, it's nice, it's you learn a lot. I'm learning while I'm teaching, so it's a big thing dealing with being a father to a daughter. It's a lot that come with it. It's a lot to learn on the journey, really. You just got to live, learn, and go. Understand them, understand emotions, and be considerate towards a lot of things, but still be able to put the hammer down to learn, to give her the lesson that she needs to learn without, being too sensitive about it. So it's kind of like a uphill battle. It's two sides to it, but it's nice though. It's great being a father to a daughter.
Wonderful. All right. So, Mr. Dominique, you have been awesome today. You have shared with us and shared with us your story, as well as talking about being a girl dad, and especially emphasizing on mental health. We thank you for that today. Now, before we leave for a moment, are there any other tips that you would like to share with us? Or any other tips, information about yourself, about your journey, anything else you want to let us know. I also did want to let everyone know again, as you can see on the page, I also have, if you are interested in working with Dominique, as well as you want to hit him with questions, you want to give him in-depth advice or things like that, his email is here as well as his YouTube. Please feel free to check him out. But before we let you go, is there anything else you would like us to know?
I mean, just make sure you guys reach out for any questions, anything that I can pretty much help with, or something that you think you can help me with. I always reach out. I just want all you guys to really just stay focused, lock in. Don't let nothing beat you down. If it gets to that point, just take a moment to yourself, think positive, stay active, just keep moving forward. Don't look backwards. And everything you do, it matters. Trust me. Even though people don't give us thanks, even though people don't give us flowers, even though people don't give us cookies, you just got to believe that in your heart that people, everything is for you in your best interest. So just keep going, keep striving for excellence. All you guys are great. It don't matter where you at right now. You're gonna always be better. Stay motivated. Is
Yes,
all.
I love that. I love that. Now, also, we also need to remember that it takes a village. All right. And right here, right now, my name is Takora TK. I am a part of your village, and I'm excited to be a part of your village, as well as we're going to build together. As you said, you are located in
Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. We Total Koality is going to be making our way down there. We're going to make sure we connect with you. Because what I was telling them is, for us right now, we're in North Carolina as well as
Okay.
Virginia, and we also do events. We do events, but we do events like this where, well, this is our first virtual, yay!
Yeah.
But we're always doing different events, and usually we're
Okay.
going playing with parents, playing with the children. We're educating them and making sure we're connecting with those resources, because again, it takes a village. And as you said, sometimes we don't get the recognition we deserve, especially sometimes parents don't get the recognition they deserve. Sometimes they don't get the pat on the back, they don't get the flowers. So that's another reason why we started because we want to make sure that that if anything, we're there for you. So when we come down there to Birmingham, Alabama, we're going to connect, and we're going to make sure we build your village. We build all the village up in Alabama, and we make sure we build
For
our
sure.
Total Koality family. All right.
For sure. Yeah. Make sure y'all tap in when y'all come to Birmingham. We can
All right.
definitely do something. We'll talk to some good people and, just keep everybody motivated and keep them going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Dominique. Thank you, sir. And we'll see you later, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and good love and hugs and stuff to you and the rest of your family. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank
Just
you as
get with
well.
me. Hope you have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye bye.
For sure. Yeah.